And so very sorry about that everyone. So I think we're back online. And yeah, so once again, very sorry about that. We're encountering some issues with a certain part of our gear. So just like to welcome back everyone who's just joining us once again over at London Heathrow. Obviously this it's a bit annoying for us, but obviously we've got to make do with what we've got so far. And so Michael 8 Jackson, good morning to you over in Florida. Hope you're doing very well. Got loads of American Airlines, well, American airliners operating at London Heathrow today, so be sure to stay tuned for them. Got an A350 inbound. Yes, so the A350, if my flight radar app would like to load, yes, so it is. It's the Virgin Atlantic A350 1000 that's arriving from San Francisco, registered GVPRD, and that is Golf Victor Papa Romeo and Delta. Yeah, Michael Jackson, modern tech, I guess. I think it was an issue with the laptop overheating, so we're just cooling that down, obviously. And, yeah, so Zappy Flyer, good morning to you. It's a very nice day. Obviously, there is it is 09 left in use for arrivals and 09 right in use for departures, and that is due to the wind blowing in the northwest direction. It's blowing very lightly at a scale of 3 knots per hour, so I'm not sure why runway 09 is still in use, but I guess it's regarding a safety concern. Got the Virgin Atlantic A350, another A350 that we've seen today, but and yeah, so welcome back to everyone that's joined us from our previous stream that's just ended about 5 minutes ago. And yeah, Tim, the A350s are amazing. I mean, it's even better in the Virgin Atlantic livery. I mean, look at that red; it's just glowing on the engine panels. And yeah, we are at the Renaissance, just at the parking lot. We've got departure there. Was that the Malaysian Airlines A350-900? That's gone to Kuala Lumpur. You can see the catering truck. As you can connected to the Virgin Atlantic A330. And yeah, so Aviation in 4K asking us why we're not at the Mount, and that's because I mean, we can see the touchdowns, but that's about it when it comes to spotting at the mound. And so we'd rather watch the approach of the aircraft stopping at the runway, vacating, taxiing, and obviously the departures. We've contacted many areas just to try and get a better viewpoint for you all, so we're just awaiting a response from them. We've got the Airlines A321neo. And we've got an A380 actually, which is inbound. And there it is, once again another British Airways A380. So this A380 arriving from Chicago, registered GXLEH, that is Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Hotel. So just waiting to see if we'll see a British Airways A380 without the wingtip. See this one, it's gone connected. It's definitely not the right one. But you can see vacating off runway 09 left, now just before another arriving aircraft. Got a departure there just over the A380. It's the A321-200, and that's departed from runway 09 right. And so we've got an arrival aircraft. So it's the Air India 7878 Dreamliner, and that's come from Delhi. It's registered VTANT, that is Victor Tango Alpha November Tango, is in case you're wondering. So we're just going to see the back end of the British Airways A380 as he taxis. Obviously he's going to do a nice circle around London Heathrow to get to his gate. I believe the long haul or the larger aircrafts head over to our right. And yeah, Tim, is that the A380 without the wingtip? Can't quite remember the registration of it. I think it was something along the lines of that, in fact. Yeah, it is. That's unfortunate. Not sure. Do you reckon they're fixing it? Obviously, the wingtip. So I don't think they'll be retiring it anytime soon. I mean, the aircraft seemed operational last time we saw it. Yeah, the Virgin Atlantic 787 there. That's holding short. He's going to be taxiing over to runway 09 right. And then we've got the arrival of a, what's that? It's a 787. It's operated by American Airlines. And yeah, so the 787-9 Dreamliner that is, and that's come from Philadelphia. So we're just waiting for the next arrival to touch down until we can focus on it. In fact, I think we might be able to see it there. Yeah, there it is. You can just about see it. It's got the red tail. What is that? Is that the Helvetic E190? Yeah, it is. It's the Helvetic. It's the E195 actually. So the Embraer E195 arriving from Zurich, and that's registered HBAZK. That is Hotel Bravo Alpha Zulu and Kilo. So I think this might be the only E195 that we see today. Obviously, the only other chance that we'll get to see an E195 is if KLM are operating one later, which I'm not too sure about. I mean, they've operated the 737-800 this morning, so I'd assume they'd stick to the same aircraft. I mean, that's what Brussels Airlines are doing with the Eurowings jet. See, they're using that one all day. Got an arrival inbound. So what's that? Is that the A320 or the A319? And wrong, it's the A321. Just needed to get a bit closer and see the side of the jet. It's the British Airways A321 that's arriving from Paris CDG. And then we've got a United 787-9 Dreamliner, which is on arrival, runway 09 left. And, that's coming from Los Angeles, that's LAX. And so George, we haven't really got a time frame for how long we'll be at London Heathrow. We're going to go for as long as possible, obviously. Actually, we haven't been to Heathrow in a while, so we want to make the most of our trip, of course. So we've got a train of 3 aircraft. Oh, that's 4 aircraft. I can see the lights of 4 aircrafts in the distance. I don't think we can see it with the camera lens, but it is nice and busy at London Heathrow, I must say. I mean, you can see in the background it's the United 787. Oh, and then the Delta. Is that? Ooh, that's the 767, which is just departing. Alright, so we've got the Singapore Airlines A380 that's pinging up on flight radar. It's got no information available, so I'm not sure if that's just being moved or if it's going for departure. But as I said, no information on that. But we do have information on the British Airways A380, which is just lined up on runway 09 right for departure. So we'll catch that, obviously, as we finish our follow-up with the Icelandair 737 MAX 8 that's just arrived. And no information on this MAX 8 as well, so I'm not sure if that is my phone bugging or the app that's playing up. So we'll position our camera right here just to capture the A380. Don't want to miss it, of course. And yeah, so Tim's saying that it's saying that it's heading over to Singapore. Yeah, that does sound like something that the A380 would be heading over to in terms of a journey. I think that just means that my app is playing up, so I'll reload that in a minute. But the long-awaited British Airways A380 on departure now. Can see it rotate. That's nice. Practically sideways there. And there that was. And so I don't know if I've shared my opinion on this Icelandair new livery. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like it too much. I do prefer the old one. I mean, let us know what you guys think in the live chat below, but I really don't like it. I mean, this one with the pink the pinkish tail stripe is okay. It's not the best, but it is better than than obviously the yellow and the green one. But I don't know what Icelandair were thinking. That old livery is perfect. And I don't know why they've changed it. And you know what? The A380, it's just, you can never get enough of it. I mean, look at that. It's quite far away. And the sun is beaming into the camera, but I mean, you can still just about see it in the distance there. So we've got an arrival inbound. It's a rather large plane, obviously not the biggest. It's not an A380, but what's that? Is that a 777, I think? I mean, you can see his flare. Is that 777 or an A330? I can barely see on the screen. It does seem to be the A330, I think. Yeah, it is. It's the oh, is that Virgin Atlantic? Or is it Air Canada? No, it's yeah, it is the Virgin Atlantic A330-300. Yeah, Tim, totally agree with you there. I really don't get what they were going for with that new livery. I don't know if it was they were trying to save money on paint or any of that stuff, but yeah, it's definitely not the best. I know that Icelandair are planning to retire the 757s and swap them out with the A321neos. Obviously, Icelandair have got some fantastic liveries on board the 757 aircraft. You've got the, I think it's 100 years or 90 years of independence livery. You've got the glaciers, and you've got lots more. So I really do hope that they'll obviously sort that out and replace them and add them onto the A321neos. But yeah, we've got the Malta. Is that Malta Air or Air Malta? I can't remember. I'm getting mixed up with the Ryanair version, which I think is Air Malta. Yeah, I think this is Malta Air. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the Malta Air A320neo. See, what Ryanair has done is confused me by naming it pretty much the same. I think they've named it Air Malta. Or I honestly have just forgotten. Let me check on flight radar. Yeah, so that was Air Malta. I'm blaming Ryanair for the mix-up, but there. We've got the Singapore Airlines A380 on the other side of the airport, and that's taxiing to runway 09 right for departure. We've got the MEA, or the Middle Eastern Airways A321neo, which is vacated, and that's such a good livery. I mean, look at that. You can see the neo writing on the side of the engine. And so this jet that we're focusing on has arrived from Beirut, and it's registered T7ME4. That is the 321neo. And just a warm welcome to everyone that's joining us at London Heathrow this morning, almost afternoon, but hope you're doing very well. And that's to everyone. And wait, Dave is saying that the Dreamliner is starting to go out of Luton. Is that who's that being operated by? Is that TUI, I'd assume? Let us know, Dave. And yeah, Abraham, as Tim was saying, no chance London Heathrow will be hosting the Ryanair jet. I think the fuel prices and obviously parking and all of that stuff is a bit too expensive for Ryanair to make any profit out of, especially with airliners like British Airways and Lufthansa and Aer Lingus operating here. Obviously, I think competition would be nice and tough for them. I think it would be it'd make more sense to stick to the casual London Stansted. In fact, Abraham actually saw, I think it was 2 days ago, flight radar was showing there was a Ryanair 737-800 scheduled to arrive at London Heathrow. Of course, it was cancelled, but that was about 2 days ago. I don't know what happened there, but it was saying that it was set to arrive at Heathrow, but at the same time it was already on a flight to a different country from London Stansted. And yeah, so Dave confirming that it's the TUI 737, not 737, 787 that's starting to operate out of Luton. I guess it's the demand. I know Bristol Airport have actually sorted out 2 new parking slots for the 787 and the A330. So I think TUI have plans to start operating them there, as well as Cardiff Airport, in fact. But they said that last time and they cancelled it for Cardiff. I think it's all about demand, really. I mean, it seems like Luton is an airport that many would like to fly out from, especially with the TUI 787 jets. And the American Airlines Boeing 777 there, and that's just departed. And so we've got 2 jets on the taxiway. I think that's the TAP Air Portugal A320neo. It could be the 321neo, so I'm not too sure. But in front is the Eurowings jet, and that's just been holding short there on the tarmac. It's just pushed back, so that'll be heading out soon. So I can just about tell that it's the 787 with the curved wing, and it's nice and cyan. So it's, I think that's Air Canada. I think it's safe to say that that's Air Canada and their 787. And yes, indeed, I was correct. It's the Air Canada 787-9 Dreamliner, and that's arriving from Calgary. It's registered CFNOI. That is Charlie, Foxtrot, November, Oscar, and India. And so some news on the Singapore Airlines A380. So it's 4th or 3rd in line for departure. See, it is 3rd, but I'd assume the smaller jets will overtake the jet, as that is a usual practice that goes on at London Heathrow. That's in case you are unfamiliar with the airport, of course. And it is Tim. I mean, I think Cardiff, it has the potential, it really does, to become a big airport. I just think they're charging too much for what it's worth. I was looking at flights from Cardiff to Paris, and that's on board Eastern Airways, which are the only jet or the airliners that operate in that route, and it was about £130. And obviously that's not too much, but if you compare it to the Bristol prices, you can get the same flight on board EasyJet for about £40. And so it would make more sense, obviously, to travel that small or short distance and fly it from Bristol instead. And so I think it's all about the costs. But it is a shame. I mean, it's a capital of a country, and it's not got the best record in terms of jets that you would get to see. So we've got a jet inbound ready for arrivals. You see on final approach there, I think it's the British Airways Boeing 777. You can just about tell it with the blue belly, and I mean, you can tell it's a 777 from a distance. You can just see that large fuselage. So this here, the 777-200 arriving from Atlanta, registered GVIIW, that is Golf Victor, India, India, and Whiskey. So Yusuf Aviation Spotter Speedy Sky, good morning to you. Hope you're doing very well. Thanks for joining. I'm doing very well, thank you, and I hope that's the same over with you, Yusuf. And Mario, good morning to you. In Melbourne, it's surprising that it's chilly for you over there. I mean, it's 16 degrees here in British Airways, and I think I'm catching a tan here, honestly. But it is unusually warm, but obviously it is British weather, so I won't be surprised if tomorrow we'll have a storm or anything like that, obviously. But regardless, hope you're doing very well. And so Juan Curley, good morning to you. Hope you're doing very well. Thanks for joining. And so I'm not sure if I should position the camera to the point that it's waiting for the Singapore Airlines A380. I think I will. So we'll position it here and wait for the Singapore Airlines A380 to depart. There is well, it's disappeared off flight radar for me, but I know it's got to be on the runway now. I know we've got a departure, but it's not the A380 yet. There it is. What's that? So the A320neo, I think it is. Yeah, it is. You can see landing gear up, and off it goes. I mean, this is... I can't complain with the weather, honestly. I mean, the blue skies and the sun, it's just beaming me in the face. Obviously, it's like a small preview of what's to come in the summer. And yeah, sorry about that, Bobby. I'll refer to you as Bobby from now on. But regardless, hope you're doing very well. And where's that Singapore Airlines A380 that we're waiting for? I mean, whilst we wait for it, we'll watch the Turkish Airlines Boeing 777's pushback. I mean, such a large aircraft there. And yeah, so Tim is saying that Singapore Airlines has reappeared on the radar. I thought it was this jet here, but no, it's the British Airways A320, that is. You can see the wheels go up, and see the jet climbs and heads over to its destination. And yeah, so it is pinging up on flight radar, as Tim was saying, and I think it's lining up now. Yeah, it's just lined up on runway 09 right for departure. I can hear the engines of the Boeing 777 starting up from here. And yeah, so the Singapore Airlines A380 registered 9VSKS, that is 9 Victor, and then S Kilo. And that's heading to Singapore. And it seems like the pilots on board this Turkish Airlines jet not going to be too happy. The JetBlue A321neo just began its pushback, so he's going to be there for quite a while. Obviously, going to have to wait for that JetBlue to start its engines, obviously move out the way, and obviously do its pre-flight checks. And the Singapore Airlines A380 is showing that it's moving, currently at 100 knots of ground speed, so it's going to pop out here. Let's wait for it, let's wait. And where is it? Somewhere on the runway. There it is, the Singapore Airlines A380. And you know what? Although we can't quite see the exact touchdowns of the aircraft, it's still great to appreciate the departures from London Heathrow. Hopefully next week, I mean, we'd like to revisit Heathrow next week, so hopefully then they'll be using runway 27 right for arrivals, but it's great to mix it around. Obviously the United 787-9 Dreamliner has just touched down, obviously, and that has come from Houston. Oh, just missed it. Was reading the info. And so we're just going to watch the Turkish Airlines Boeing 777 that's just sitting on the tarmac. Great there. You've got the Ethiopian Airlines A350-900 that's just parked up there. It's usually there when we're at Heathrow in the afternoon. See, I think it departs later on in the evening. But yeah, so Plane Man, our moderator, joining us in premium economy. Thanks for the support, Plane Man. We really do appreciate it. And we hope you enjoy the emojis. In fact, obviously we'll be installing some new emojis. Obviously, we require more members to do that. I think it's like for a certain amount of members, we get a certain amount of stickers that we can upload. But yeah, thanks so much, Plane Man, for supporting the channel. And so, up next, let's see, what is that? We've got a British Airways 787-8 Dreamliner, it is. Yeah, that's the E8 Dreamliner arriving from Chennai, or Chennai, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. But the aircraft's registered GZBJI, that is Golf Zulu Bravo Juliet and India. So whilst we were waiting for the Singapore Airlines A380, we missed this WestJet 787-9 Dreamliner, but we can see it parked on the taxiway there. I think he's waiting for yeah, he's waiting for the American Airlines Boeing 777 in front to move out of the way. So up next, as Plane Man was saying, we've got the British Airways Boeing 777, and that you can see right there. Is the camera going to focus on the aircraft? No, it focuses on the plane instead. It's fixed. There it is. And so that's arriving from Los Angeles LAX on its, I think that says 6 hour and 5 minute long journey. The registration on board this aircraft today is GSTBH. And just missed the KLM 737-800's departure. In fact, we'll try and catch it now. There is. We've got it in time. The 737-800, which is heading to Amsterdam. And that is the home base of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. So the Boeing 777, you can see the spoilers of they've just gone. So the flaps are still all the way down. I'd assume he's going to sort that out now. Obviously, whilst he's taxiing, the WestJet 787-9 Dreamliner still holding short. So definitely not a place to park the aircraft. So I would assume he's just waiting for the traffic that's out in front. So we've got a couple of A320s that have just touched down at runway 09. That's 09 left, sorry. Oh, the tripod's moving quite a bit there. Sorry about that. So it's the A320. So welcome back, Aidan. Thanks for joining us once again. Plenty of British Airways action today. In fact, I'd say United Airlines have been quite popular as well. I mean, their 767s have been operated quite a bit at London Heathrow, and that is daily. So next, well, the next jet that we'll see is the. Oh, I'm turning it the wrong way. Let's see. Okay, you can just see it in the distance. Just get the camera to focus. And so there it is. It's the Virgin Atlantic A330-900 or the 330neo and that's arriving from Tampa on its 8-hour and 10-minute long journey. And this aircraft registered GVTOM. That is if you're wondering and would like to check it out on Flight Radar. I think we're due for a weather update. In fact, doesn't seem as if much has changed, but this is just for the new viewers, of course, that are just joining us now. And so we've got winds of 3 knots per hour blowing in the northern direction. We've got temperatures of 14 degrees with clear skies. We've got a visibility of 10 kilometers plus with no seeing of clouds. So that was a brief weather update for everyone that's just tuning in. Well, that's obviously unaware of the weather. It would be great if London Heathrow were to switch their runways and operate at runway 27 right for arrivals. It'd be a nice change. I mean, we've got these arrivals in the distance, and then we've got departures. But instead, we get the non-stop arrival action, nice and close up above all of the fences. And so next up, we have a British Airways A320neo. That is operating a 5-hour and 5-minute long flight, and that is from Amman. Amman, I believe, is an airport that Royal Jordanian also operate at, and that's with the 787 usually, but sometimes the A320 as well. So you'll watch this arrival. Can't tell if he's on the ground. That looked nice and smooth. Yeah, he is on the ground. It's the A320neo there from Amman, as I was saying earlier. I think that was a buttery smooth landing there. So you've got some small aircraft up next. We've got a train of 3. Yeah, that's 3 smaller aircraft. That's not including this one. So all of them being the A320 and the A319s. See, there it is there. That's the... Let's see. Oh, in fact, it's a train of 4 smaller aircraft. Sorry. So that's the British Airways A320-200. Arriving from Oslo, and it's 1 hour and 49-minute long journey. And the registration on board this aircraft is GEUL, that is Golf Echo Uniform Lima. And you know what, we watched it push back, we may as well watch its departure. The Turkish Airlines Boeing 777 heading to Istanbul. And yeah, the 777 is always long. I mean, it's such a large aircraft. I mean, look at this one. I know the size of an engine on a 777 is the exact size of a of the fuselage on board the 737. So we've got this aircraft here. What is it? The United 787. So we've got an arrival in the distance. Obviously we won't focus on that just yet as he is quite far away, but we just watched the WestJet 787-9 Dreamliner, which is finally moving. I mean, he's been waiting for about 15 minutes for the traffic to clear up. So up next we've got a United Airlines 787-9 Dreamliner, and that is arriving from Denver on its 8-hour and 27-minute long journey. The registration on board this aircraft is November 26952. See the smoke from that touchdown. Didn't seem that smooth there. And we've got the pushback of an Air Canada Boeing 777 there. It seems like my tripod's unleveled. Let me just sort that out. Sorry about that. And there it is. Just needed to level the tripod quite a bit. But there is the 777 on pushback. So whilst we wait for that, we've got an American Airlines Boeing 777-200 arriving from Charlotte. And this year is registered November 778 Alpha November. Right after this 777, we'll see a Virgin Atlantic 787-9 Dreamliner arrive from LAX. and it's a 10-hour and 3-minute long journey. And, that jet will have a registration of Golf Victor Oscar Hotel. That is GVOOH, and that is the registration of the next aircraft. Going to, in fact, let's focus on this United 787 whilst we wait for a departure first. Then we'll probably switch on to the Virgin Atlantic's arrival. Feel as if we haven't seen a departure in quite a while. As we wait for the action, I'd just like to remind you all that you can support the channel through liking and subscribing. We really do appreciate the support, and it aids in the growth of the channel. You can also support us through a super donation or joining our membership club, that is Premium Economy, and you'll get perks and benefits such as shout-outs, special stickers, and early access to video uploads. But yeah, I really do encourage you to obviously support the channel, but that is all your choice, of course. So that departure leads us on to the Virgin Atlantic 7879 Dreamliner, which has just arrived. And yes, so the let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna look on flight radar to see the next couple of jets. And yes, so we've got, as Annette was saying, the Emirates A380 arriving from Dubai. This is Emirates EK1, and it's registered A6EUV, that is Alpha 6 Echo Uniform and Victor. So total flight time of 7 hours. So we're just going to wait for it to get a bit closer until we focus on the jet, as it is quite far, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, we'll upload an Emirates sticker, actually, an Emirates logo sticker at some point, hopefully this week. So that obviously our members can use those stickers to identify the next incoming and arriving aircraft. But you can see the WestJet Obviously he's parked there next to the Virgin Atlantic. I think is that the 787 or the 330? I'm not quite sure. But he is parked there. We've got what jet is that? I can't quite see. You know what? We might look at that whilst we wait for the Emirates A380. You can just about see him. You can just about catch a glimpse. It's a 777. I mean, you can see it's long enough there. I think that is British Airways, you know. But that was the 777. Now we're going to move on to this big boy, the King of the Skies Emirates A380, arriving from Dubai. And the camera's all ready, going to capture this this arrival. So Morris Brown, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well. Thanks for joining the stream. Obviously just in time for the Emirates EK1. Yeah, so Tim saying that he's eagerly waiting for the Emirates A380, which features the new livery. And same here, I must say. It is a shame that I believe only one aircraft features it, but obviously they do have plans to repaint all of these Emirates jets. So we will see one at some point, hopefully at Heathrow. But obviously give it some time so that Emirates can get themselves all ready. It's quite a change, I'll tell you that. I mean, the aircraft and the livery itself, it does look the same, but it just looks more modern and sleek. I don't know, I quite like it. Let us know about your opinions in the live chat below of the new Emirates A380 livery. And so Annette, thanks for the info. So saying that there is another A380 that's going to land in 45 minutes from Doha, and I believe that's going to be the Qatar Airways A380. Correct me if I'm wrong, Annette. Just look at that jet. I mean, nothing beats it. Obviously, it's not my favorite aircraft, but it is great to see an A380 once in a while. And you can really appreciate the size, especially when you're up close, face to face. And so Annette, I guess just studying the arrivals and departures before we go live, obviously. that is how I know. As well as the fact that I believe Qatar are the only airlines that operate from Doha to London Heathrow. And Tim's saying that it looks like a flag blowing in the wind, and yeah, I definitely agree with that, really. But either way, it is a great livery. So Abraham's saying that it must be most expensive plane to maintain. That is the A380, and I don't really know about that statistically, but I'd assume so. I mean, look at how much fuel has got to go into it, and then obviously maintenance in general, and obviously parking must cost more, obviously, as it is a larger jet. I don't know. I mean, just looking at the A380 and the 747 and just larger jets like that, and thinking about those 4 engines producing enough thrust to pull that that big metal tube up into the sky at about 30,000 feet, it is mind-blowing, really. That is a real piece of engineering. And yeah, this is the statue Annette. I believe this is due or used for I think it's the fire truck service. I believe they use it to obviously train and put out the fires. Obviously it's basically simulation in case of a real event. You've got the British Airways A320. I think that's a Neo, in fact. Can't quite tell. It's got the Neo winglet. I'm just looking at the engines, I can barely see. So the United Boeing 777, you can tell by the wing shape. Obviously, it's not curved as the 787. That's gone off to taxi to runway 09 right. And so Planeman gifting a donation, not a donation, a membership to Phil Tovey. So thanks once again, Planeman, for the outstanding support. And so thank you, Planeman, and Phil Tovey. Hope you appreciate your membership subscription. And you can see the Virgin Atlantic A330 that's just hidden behind the... Oh no, it's not. It's the camera messing up with the focus. Well, that's been... Yeah, that's just rotating in the sky there. Obviously, the camera's not being the most cooperative when it's coming to focusing on the jet. But regardless, we've got this British Airways 787 Dreamliner that's being towed into parking, and right behind is the Emirates A380 that's done a whole loop around the airport just to get to its gate area, which will be around about there. on about that terminal, I'd say. But we'll watch the E195 on his pushback. And so we got an arrival there, which is, let's see, it's the Turkish Airlines A321neo, and I'll just get some info on that for you all. I'm just reading out the airliner and then the aircraft based on my my own knowledge. So obviously not quite sure about the reg. I'll check that for you now. So yeah, it is well, it was arriving from Istanbul. It's registered TCLSL. And then, shortly after, we've got another arrival. There it is. You can see the flaps down, spoilers up. See reverse thrusts most likely on as well. See British Airways A320neo. That's arrived from Geneva. It's registered GTTND. Then Golf Tango Tango November Delta. And a jet that we've seen, obviously not in the stream, but whilst we were setting up, we've got an Air Baltic A220 300. This is one of the airliners I really do like. I love the livery, I love the choice of aircraft. You can see it right now. Here is arriving from Dusseldorf, and it's 1 hour and 1 minute long journey, and it's registered YLAAT, that is Yankee Lima Alpha Alpha Tango. Also, I didn't actually know that it's, as Tim was saying, an Air Baltic A220 flying Eurowings flight. I didn't realise. That must be because Brussels Airlines are using the Eurowings A320s today and the A319s. I guess they've got a shortage of jets. So the Air Baltic A220 should make its way over to us, perhaps. Oh no, it's taking a different way to taxi, so we're not going to be up close on that. So we'll just focus on the Turkish Airlines A321neo. So we've got a departure of, let's see, an American Airlines Boeing 777, which this jet actually features the OneWorld livery. And there it is, rotating quite a bit. So we've got two jets on the tarmac there. Got the E195 and then the A321neo. And yeah, no problem. Hands in, no problem. I'll catch that. Oh, that doesn't seem to be the 787. But that's the Air Canada Boeing 777. Let me know if the 787 hands in, and I'll be sure to capture it. And so is it the American Airlines 787-9 Dreamliner that you'd like us to catch? This one right here, the one heading to Philadelphia, registered November 834 Alpha Alpha. There that was the American Airlines 787-9 Dreamliner heading to Philadelphia. And no worries. And yeah, I've actually heard quite the opposite about the Dreamliner. I've heard about how it's supposedly really quiet. So I've never flown on one, so I couldn't tell you if that was true or not, but I have heard that it's been quiet, so And so your decision. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well. Obviously, thanks for joining us at London Heathrow this afternoon. Got the Aer Lingus A320neo, which has just landed. Obviously, didn't quite catch that, but it's there now. We see it now. So we've got arrivals now. Here you go. We've got a 777. Not quite sure of the airline. I'll check that. Check the now. Yes, the American Airlines Boeing 777, arriving from Los Angeles LAX, and it's registered November 728 Alpha November. So I'm gonna look up the next arrivals and departures in terms of what our next or when our next A380 will arrive. It seems like we've got an Air Baltic incoming. I don't know if it's this one right here, but on the arrivals list it's shown as set to land in 2 minutes. Now this jet, which is right there, you can see it's the SAS A320neo with some very bright lights. You can tell it's a new aircraft, but regardless, this aircraft's arriving from Stockholm on its 2-hour and 15-minute long journey, and the registration on board this aircraft is EISIY. yeah, just gonna watch or look at the schedule for the next A380. So we've got a Qatar A380 that's arriving nice and early for us. So it's set to arrive at 1:15. That is in about 30 minutes time, I think. Yeah, no, 40 minutes time, that's it. 40 minutes time, but instead it's arriving in just 7 minutes time. So that's a nice and early arrival. I'm sure the passengers will be nice and pleased with that. But that's our next arrival, and then after that it will be a British Airways A380 in 40 minutes time. Well, not 40, about an hour's time. And then for departures, I'll find that out for everyone. Just gonna apologise if my my tripod movement is a bit shaky. Oh, we've got fire trucks on their way. One's got his lights on. Don't know if there's an issue. I wouldn't think so, but we'll keep a close eye on them. But as I was saying, just gonna apologise if there's poor camera movements. Just checking the arrivals and departures that we're expecting to see. And yeah, so the next A380 departure is not until a long time, so we'll just look forward to the arriving A380s. Speaking of, we've got the Qatar A380 currently crossing Enfield. What's that? The Virgin Atlantic 7879 Dreamliner. And that's on departure from runway 09 right. We'll just focus on this aircraft right here. It's the United Boeing 767. I can just about see the golden stripes on the back of the 767. The 767 doesn't seem to be moving anytime soon, so we'll look out for the next aircraft. I mean, you've got this Aer Lingus A320. It's the 200 model. You can tell with the rather small engines, and then also the fact it's got the split tip winglets and not the usual neo. Then we've got this British Airways. Is that the A320 or the 390? Let's check. It's the A320, and it's arrived from Valencia on its 1 hour and 57 minute long journey. But we've got a departure, in fact, and that is the Helvetic E195. And that, if it's going to ping up on my radar, is Sorry about that. I'll check in a minute. It's not pinging up on the radar. And yeah, so that Helvetic Airways E195 is arriving from Zurich. Sorry about that. We just had a police van cross us. Got British Airways A320-200, which is actually making its way over to runway 09 left for arrival. And yet another police van crossing us. So sorry for the loud sirens, everyone. And so now I think they're the same brand. I think it's one of the subsidiary jets. I'm not too sure. Just yeah, if anyone could confirm that, obviously that'd be great. But I mean, they've got the same sort of livery. And Swiss did announce that they were operating at Bristol Airport, but they've operated once and then used Helvetic with their E195. So I think they are the same brand, obviously, just a subsidiary. So the Air Canada Boeing no, it's not, it's the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner on pushback. I mean, just look at this this jet as he turns. As he's rotating in the sky now. There it is, the British Airways. What is that? It's the A350. Yeah, you can tell by the curved wingtips. We've got a Lufthansa A320neo. That's on the runway now. Not on the runway, on the taxiway. Sorry about that. So good afternoon to you, Zaid. Hope you're doing very well. Thanks for joining us. Got a TAP Air Portugal A320neo on arrival. Just about to see it there. See this? This is one of the jets that should taxi right in front of us. Most likely going to follow the same pattern as the Lufthansa A320neo is following now. So we've got I think I said a 787 or a 777. I'm not sure. We'll check in a minute. Just going to watch this this departure. I mean, look at it. The American Airlines Boeing 777. So the Lufthansa right in front of us now. So Jeffrey, good afternoon to you. That's actually great to hear. We're at the same position in Cardiff as well. We've got crossover flights from America to London Heathrow, crossing Cardiff all the time, which is obviously where we live. So we get some jets as well. We've got the 777 and the A330 is obviously quite popular. That crossover Cardiff. And they're usually about 25,000 feet, obviously, as the jets would usually begin descent into Heathrow. And yeah, just missed the 777 that had just arrived. So just focusing on this British Airways 787-9 Dreamliner. So the Air India 787-8 Dreamliner is heading over to runway 09 right for departure. The Lufthansa A320neo is about to pull into the gate, and I think that's the Air Canada Boeing 777 that's going to be heading over to 09 right for departure as well. And you can see the TAP Air Portugal has just turned in as well, also heading to the gate. And hello from London, Zaid and Abu Ali Amara. I hope you're doing very well, Zaid. And yeah, Aidan, it is quite busy today. I think it's because we've got a bank holiday here in the United Kingdom, and that's on Monday. So I think people are taking the opportunity to head abroad. And so Tim's saying that there is a Etihad on approach. I think is this? Yeah, well, we've just about missed it, but we can see it as it slows down. The Etihad 787-9 Dreamliner, which is arriving from Abu Dhabi. You can see they're using the whole runway there as the 787. Definitely saving the brakes whilst these touch down. And we'll focus on the registration actually. Look at it, it's A6BME. In case you're wondering. We've got a 787 departure there. That's operated by British Airways. So I can see the Qatar A380 on approach to land at runway 09 left. Malta, so I hope we're back. I don't know, I think the Wi-Fi froze for a minute there. Are we back? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Obviously, the Wi-Fi being a bit of a pain today. In fact, I don't think it's the Wi-Fi. I think it might be the laptop overheating quite a bit. Obviously, it is nice and warm today. I think it's reached 19 degrees here. So I'm catching quite the tan. Got no sun cream on. So if I do get burned, I'm doing this all for you. But honestly, I couldn't ask for better weather. I mean, just watching the jets as they head into the blue skies is, you know, it is fantastic. Look at that. I mean, this just never gets old, and I cannot imagine never seeing an airline or an aircraft like this again. I really do hope that the A380 stays in service for as long as possible. I mean, just look at that. The Qatar Airways that's arrived from Doha about 30 minutes early, which is very job well done, especially for Qatar Airlines being a 7-time Skytrax award-winning airline. And yeah, Tim, indeed, lightly toasted. No, I might have to set a barbecue up here on the van. Couldn't imagine anything better than a barbecue and then some plane action at London Heathrow. Taking a long route to taxi over to its gate. I believe he's going to be doing what the Emirates A380 did, and he's going to be circling around the airport. You can see the size comparison between the Qatar A380 and then the Ethiopian Airlines A350 right next to it. You'll wait for it to get a bit closer, and wait for it to get side by side, but I mean, look at that. You'd consider the A350 big, but when the A380 turns up, it's just on another level, really. Yeah, Tim, you never really know with what the airliners say. I mean, British Airways, they could be saying that they're going to be using the A380 for 10 years, but who knows? Perhaps they'll make an A380neo or something more efficient and obviously more environmentally friendly. The 777 is on final, saying Adam 7. So good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well. So thanks for the info. There it is, the Boeing 777. So this 777 here arriving from Houston, registered GSTBI. So you've got a bird circling around the runway at London Heathrow. So I'd imagine that the ground crew would come with the flare gun or some sort of loud noise to scare off the bird. You know what, he's just doing circles. There it is, directly above it. But United Boeing 767 right there. And that, I don't know if that's pushed back or that's arrived. I don't think that's arrived. I think it's one of the pushed back aircraft. And yeah, Adam, I think we'll be seeing one very soon. I'd say 30-40 minutes time. Perhaps I'll check once again. I'm just going to focus on the Finnair A320, which is operating on behalf of British Airways. And so the registration on board this aircraft today is OHLXB. It's the A320-200. And yeah, the United 767's been there for quite a while now. Oh, you can see the Qatar A380 that's just crossing now. And Adam, yeah, so some info on the A380 for Adam, and obviously our other viewers wanting to see another A380. So we've got the British Airways A380, which is scheduled to arrive at 1:39. That is in about 39 minutes basically, or 40 minutes. So we'll see that. And yeah, 40 minutes, 39 minutes, around that time. It all depends on traffic really at London Heathrow, because there is just constantly about 4 aircrafts waiting to arrive. I mean, they're all on final approach. I remember in one of our previous streams we had an Egypt Air Boeing 777. It had to go around due to another aircraft still being located on the runway, and that just shows how close together the train of aircrafts that arrive also, come in. But regardless, we've got the A350 operated by British Airways, which is just touched down. we've got an American Airlines Boeing 777, which is up next, and that will be arriving from Dallas on its 8-hour and 30-minute long flight. I think we might capture it, vacate off the runway, so I think we'll just focus on this A350 for now. I mean, I know we've got some A350 lovers in the live stream, that's including myself, obviously. So the American Airlines Boeing 777, which is right there, it's the 777-200. So you know what I've realised? We haven't actually had a turboprop jet operate at London Heathrow today. I haven't seen Loganair at all, which is rather strange. I do know that they operate, was it once or twice daily? Obviously with Flybe gone, that limits the chances of us seeing a turboprop aircraft. But we've still got Loganair. So a big thank you for the 111 likes on this live stream. You guys are smashing it. Thank you so much. Obviously, if you are enjoying these streams so far and would like to support us, you can do so by liking and subscribing. Yeah, so we've got a British Airways A319, which is up next for arrival, and then behind that is an Air Canada Boeing 777. But the A319 is arriving from Nice on its 1-hour and 40-minute long journey. It's registered GEUOF, that is Golf Echo Uniform Oscar Foxtrot. There is the British Airways A319. So the A319 is going to have to vacate off the runway nice and quick, because the Air Canada Boeing 777 is really close to the landing. I mean, look at it, it's just over there. yes, so we've got the Air Canada Boeing 777-300 arriving from Vancouver on its 8-hour and 41-minute long journey. So aircraft registered CFIT units, Charlie, Foxtrot, India, and Tango and uniform. Pardon? Not really, it was worth last week. And sorry about that, just talking to some people that obviously just by us. But anyway, you've got another 777 inbound. It's the is that American Airlines, I think it said. Yeah, it was the American Airlines Boeing 777 up next. It's the 777-200, but obviously I'll repeat that closer to that jet's arrival. So the Air Canada has come to a standstill. Obviously you can see the spoilers are still up. It's moving again. But we haven't got time to wait for that Air Canada Boeing 777. We'll focus on the American Airlines Boeing 777, which is arriving from Phoenix on its 9-hour and 53-minute long journey. The aircraft's registered November 786 Alpha November. And so Aidan, only the channel host can start the poll. So if you'd like, you can obviously comment in the live chat what the poll that you'd like to be should be. And obviously I'm sure the channel host would do that for us. Obviously it's not just me filming, we've got almost like a technical manager in the van, obviously operating the technical side of things. So yeah, just drop in the live chat what you'd like the poll to be on, and we'll do it for you, Aidan. And so Adam's saying that 09 right is looking very busy for takeoffs, and we actually haven't seen one in a while, so I think we will try and capture one. Just waiting for the right time, obviously. I mean, we focus on one arrival and then one departure goes, and it's sort of like that. It's almost like a sacrifice, really. And so Adam's saying that the British Airways A380 is set to depart very soon. Let us know what time, Adam. Obviously I'm not checking, just monitoring the live chat and then some of the flight radar arrivals and departures, but not all of them. So you can see the pushback truck still connected on board the United 767. So Adam asking the 777 or the A350, and what is my preference, and the answer to that is well, definitely the A350. I mean, I'm a big fan of the A350. I like how it's quiet, it's big, you know, you've got the curved wingtips. I think you can't fault the A350 in terms of looks and designs. You know, it looks like a safe airline. not airline, aircraft, and really I'm just going to go with the A350. What about you, Adam? You can see nice and close to the engines on board the 777. And yeah, Adam, thank you for keeping us updated, obviously. It's making my life much easier, obviously, which is fantastic. So these two aircrafts just holding short. I think the United 767 is just taking a while to get off the tarmac. Yeah, obviously, also agreeing with me is Adam, saying that the A350 is much better. I think the 777X will be a game changer, and I think it'll be a close matchup. But obviously, the development has been a bit slow for the 777X. So right now, the A350's got the crown so far. So the Cathay Pacific Boeing 777 going over to Hong Kong. Boeing 777 departure there. And the United 767 there, seems as if that's going to push back sometime soon. Ooh, the Icelandair 737 MAX 8 on the opposite side of the airport. And they're just gonna apologize for the Wi-Fi connection issues. Once again, Heathrow's not been the best to us. Seems like the United 767's done its checks and it should be going for departure very soon. And so Carlos, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well. We've got the British Airways Boeing 777 there. It's the 09 left arrival. So Adam is saying that the A350 from San Diego is soon to land at runway 09 right. So a rogue landing, it seems. Obviously during the morning period, not on the live stream, but whilst we were waiting for a good parking spot, we saw loads of rogue landings. Oh, so that's aircrafts using runway 09 right for arrival. You can see the tail of, is that Air India? I think that is, and then you've got Swiss in front of it, Lufthansa and Turkish Airlines. Yeah, so Aidan Kelly, thanks for joining us, and see you during our next live stream. An arrival on runway 09 left. Didn't quite see that, but it is the A350. And no, Adam, it seems like the A350 is landed on correct runway. We've got a, yeah, I think you're mistaken with the A320 that's landing on runway 09 right, but no worries. We've got this this British Airways A350 arrived from San Diego, registered GXWBE, that is Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Echo. And we've also got an Air Canada Boeing 777-300, which is arriving from Toronto on its 6-hour and 41-minute long journey. The registration on board this aircraft is CFITL, that is Charlie, Foxtrot, India, Tango and Lima. Yeah, no worries, Adam. The amount of times I've mistaken airports. Remember I said that that Salzburg was in Germany. So yeah, no worries. And so Lencha, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well, and I hope everyone's enjoying the live stream so far. And close up, you see the Air Canada Boeing 777 using the whole runway, and I'd assume he's going to be doing a circle up until this gate area here next to this Boeing 777. That was the Air Canada Boeing 777 that I was focusing on. And no worries, Fly SSC. We love being at London Heathrow. It's a shame that the Concorde isn't operational anymore. But it is still great to see, obviously, a variety of new aircraft. And the Air Canada Boeing 777 was just holding on the taxiway, but he's found his way now. Seems as if he was waiting for some air traffic control clearance. You know what? And yeah, so Lenchen, not too sure. Yeah, not too sure, honestly. We haven't really got much of a plan for how long you'll be staying at London Heathrow. And yeah, so Adam, have you found any info on the A380 that's set to depart? Is that how big is the delay, I guess, and when will we see it in the skies? Yeah, the Air Canada Boeing 777 is taking an unusual taxi route. I was expecting him to go the different way, but it seems like he's chosen to turn around and go this way now. And yeah, so Adam, we actually don't live close to London Heathrow. In fact, we don't live close to London at all. We live all the way over in Cardiff, so that's 3 hours away from London. So it is a long car journey for us, but it is all worth it when you get to see it, all the aircraft apart, really. But yeah, as I was saying, 3 hours away is where we live. And obviously we make the drives from Cardiff to Manchester or Cardiff to London for these live shows for everybody. So we've got an A330neo, or the A330-900, operated by Delta Airlines. And this here is arriving from Salt Lake City. It is a 9-hour and 15-minute long journey. The aircraft registered N421DX. And yeah, we've seen the Concorde at London Heathrow before, whilst we were boarding our flight to Frankfurt from Heathrow. Our terminal had a great view of the Concorde. We'd taken some nice shots of it. But yeah, Adam, it is quite far. See, London Gatwick's also an airport that we'd like to visit, but just due to a lack of locations, seems like it's going to be taking longer to find a spot. We've got one in mind, but we're trying to find something much more close up, obviously, and that's why we're waiting for the response of some of the people we've contacted. And right behind this Delta Airlines A330neo is the Aer Lingus A320, featuring the old livery. And so it seems like the British Airways A380 is third in line for departure, but I think one of these smaller jets is going to cut in front of it. So make that make that fifth, fourth, I don't know. But we'll definitely notify you and capture the departure of the A380. And the A330-900 is shining like crazy. I mean, the reflections off of the sun is doing the aircraft good, I must say. The aircraft's nice and clean. You can tell it's new. It's not like the usual British Airways aircraft where you can see the white paint has become yellow, and where you can see the jetway markings on the doors. So we've got a 777 inbound. Once again, another British Airways 777. Yeah, so Adam, thanks for the update. Adam saying that the A380 is next in line for departure. And yeah, I can see on the flight radar map it's just lining up now, I think. Just comparing the arrivals and departures at London Heathrow, and it is shocking. There's at least 9 aircrafts waiting to depart. So we'll position our camera right here just to get ready for the A380. I think there's a 777 first. And so that was the American Airlines Boeing 777, which has just departed, but it's not the aircraft we're waiting for. We're waiting for the British Airways A380. And yeah, as Adam was saying, it's already lined up. So it's the British Airways A380-800, registered GXLEB, that is Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Bravo. And it is heading to Dallas, as Plane Man was saying. And it's speeding up now, and it's lined up. So it's yeah, currently departing now. So gonna wait to see it behind these buildings. is it? Come on, A380, where are you? I think I can hear it in the distance. Just about hear the engines rumbling, and there it is. The British Airways A380 heading to Dallas. There you have it, the British Airways A380. I mean, that was amazing. Got an arrival inbound, a nice blue jet. I think it might be the KLM jet. I think it is the KLM 737-800. Here is the 787 Dreamliner on finals, as Adam was saying. So this here, the British Airways 787-10 Dreamliner from Seattle on its 8-hour and 44-minute long journey. And the aircraft registered GZBLF, that is Golf, Zulu, Bravo, Lima and Foxtrot. Just after this jet, I'm going to quickly run to the bottom and get a bottle of water in the van, and then I'll be right back up. So we'll watch this, and I get a bottle of water. It is scorching out here, I'll tell you that. Skin's going red. I'm sweating. It's nice. It is nice. It really does feel like summer right now. I literally cannot wait until we go summer spotting all across the UK. And so this is interesting. The United 767 is facing us as he pushes back. So I don't know if this KLM 737 is going to be heading over to the gate area that the United 767 is blocking, but nah, it seems as if he's going around. But as I said, just going to quickly run down to get a bottle of water, so I'll be right back. Okay, and so sorry about that. I am back now with my water. And nice and refreshing, honestly. But yes, so back in to some more aviation action. We've got the Swiss A220-300, which has just arrived on runway 09 left using the whole runway, but I think that's due to it taxiing to the terminal in front of us. And yeah, Tim, medium well. Well, yeah, medium rare, medium rare. Really do like the A220 aircraft. I mean, it's got a weird design, but it's unique and it is nice. I'll tell you that much. We've got what's that, a 777 being moved into parking. You can see how long that jet is. The 777 can hold a large amount of passengers, and that is why it's such a good aircraft to have. I mean, it's efficient. It's got a long range, it can carry many passengers. I mean, there's not much more you'd want from an aircraft that size, really. So we have a, what's that, a Scandinavian A320neo. And this aircraft is arriving from, has arrived from Copenhagen. And it's featuring the old SAS livery. You can see there with the sort of red engine covers. And yes, so we have a British Airways incoming. I didn't realise it until I looked at the live chat. But thanks everyone for the info. So arriving from San Francisco is the British Airways A380 registered GXLEE, that is Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Echo. And yeah, so Alessandro Cadei, thank you for the kind comment. We really do appreciate your support. And Blaz Markovic, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing very well. See how dirty this A380 is. You can just about see the markings of the jetway on the doors of the aircraft. And yeah, Fly SSC1, thanks for the kind words as well. It's great to see that many of you are enjoying the live streams, and we are really glad to be here, of course, to film and for you all. So we've got the A320neo that's just vacated off the runway. I think we missed that just as we were focusing on the A380. The A380 once again, taking it nice and slow, taxiing over to its gate at London Heathrow. Thank you for being here, Fly SSC1. So, you know, I do like it when loads of you, chat in the live chat. It is really nice. It just shows how much of a close community we are, and just shows what great people you all are. But yeah, so I've got some info as to when we'll be ending the live show, and that will be at 2 o'clock. So we've got 15 minutes left of the live show so far. So we'll capture the last bits of action at London Heathrow in the last 15 minutes of this live stream, and then we'll end it off there. And so the Tehran baby bus is on approach, according to Tim. So I didn't actually realise that. Where is he? Let's see. I can't quite see him just yet. Oh, he's in the sky. I can see the lights. He is quite a distance away. I can't tell if the camera is too bright, or if it's just that I cannot see. The sun is directly above me at this point, and so it is getting a bit difficult to see the screen, of course. So please do let me know if the stream is a bit too bright, or if the color settings need a bit of tweaking. Well, we've got 15 minutes left, Tim, so we'll make the most of it, of course. But yeah, I am roasting at this point. My skin is it's gone red. It's crazy. It is crazy. I think note to self: I think I need some sun cream next time I come to London Heathrow. But you can never really predict the weather. You really can't. I can guarantee you. Well, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm going to bet you that that's going to be pouring down tomorrow, and then there'll be a storm this week or next week. But that's just the classic UK weather, I guess. But yeah, so good afternoon, Doros. Thanks for joining us. But no worries that you missed a bit of the show. You can always catch up on replay. And yes, so the Slennen 1969, welcome to the live show, saying that the Qatar 777 from Doha is landing in 12 minutes. So that is perfect time. That's genuinely perfect time. Yeah, we'll be sure to capture that. I think that probably will be our last arrival. So we'll stay a bit longer if we need to, just to capture it for you. But yeah, anyway, thanks for the support through subscribing to the channel. We really do appreciate it. Yeah, we've got the baby bus and the big bus. See, the big bus we saw arrive quite a while ago, but this here is the baby bus. The Airbus A380 should be getting nice and close up as it taxis, so we'll get to see the true size of it, obviously, as he's directly in front of us. So we'll wait for him to taxi and get a bit closer to us. Yeah, Tim, the tail is much larger than the fuselage of the aircraft. I mean, just look at how small the wings are. I mean, everything about this aircraft is small. I don't know what the maximum seating capacity on board this A380 is. I would like to know. I know that the A380 is actually capable of landing at London City Airport. That's how small of an airplane that is. So we'll watch these two jets push back whilst the Tarom gets a bit closer to us. There's the Tarom A380. I mean, look at it. It is tiny. I do wonder what leads an airline to pick such small aircraft like the A380. And I can understand the E195, obviously, it needing such a short runway space. But why not just go for an A320 instead of an A318? So it is... It's unusual, let's put it that way. you don't see many airlines operating the A318. I mean, you've got Tarom here, and that's about it in London Heathrow. Guess that's 110 if you're trying to cram all the passengers in like Ryanair would, Tim. But I wonder what business class would be like on an A318. I could never imagine myself going business class on such a short haul flight, especially such a small aircraft. So the Air France A220, which has just arrived from Paris CDG, was holding on the taxiway for quite a while, but he is moving now. And so I'll pop my flight radar app online now, just to see the next couple of arrivals that we'll get to see, and perhaps departures. And so our next arrival will be the Qatar Boeing 777. This is the cargo version, and that'll be arriving from Doha on its 6-hour and 45-minute long journey. And then behind that Qatar jet will be an Air Algeria. And behind that will be an Egypt Air. And then behind that is an American Airlines jet. So we've got some heavy aircrafts inbound, really. The Qatar cargo Boeing 777 from Doha, right here. So 2 Qatar jets. So for all the Qatar airline lovers, you'll be happy to know that we've got this cargo 777, and then we've got a regular passenger version up next. That's going to be arriving very, very soon, about 7 minutes, 6 minutes. So the Lufthansa A320neo is still holding short, not moving just yet. So waiting for the traffic in front. Obviously Heathrow is nice and busy during this bank holiday week. The Air Algeria A330. And we've got a true Qatar lover in the live stream, so good afternoon to you. The next one, inbound, very nearby, 5 minutes out. But this jet, oh, it's not even picking up. Oh, well, it's an A330-300. I remember seeing the Air Algeria 737-800. Was it the 737? No, yeah, it was. Getting mixed up with the Tunisia A320. But yeah, saw the 737-800 version of this, which had arrived at Heathrow before as well. But also Frankfurt, which is the one I'm on about. Next up, one of my favourite liveries on board an aircraft. We've got the Egypt Air Boeing 777. And this one is arriving from Cairo. And that is the 5 hour and 2 minute long journey for this aircraft that's registered SUGDN. Sorry about that, poor camera skills from me. Get to that now. Just reading the schedule for the aircraft. So yeah, once again, sorry about that. But back now. And yes, so the Qatar Boeing 777 that we're waiting to see is 2 minutes out. So we'll wait for that. That's going to be the last aircraft of the stream. But yeah, we'll wait for that aircraft just due to one of our viewers obviously requesting for us to capture it, as they've got a daughter on board, which we completely understand, and so we will stay a bit longer until we see that. So that's currently what, fourth in line for arrival, and it's yeah, as Tim was saying, featuring the FIFA World Cup 2022 livery, which is great. So not only is it another Qatar jet, it's a special livery on board the jet as well. So it's going to be interesting to capture. And so Adam, welcome back, just in time for the last couple of jets of the stream. So four more. And the Lufthansa 747 is up there. Let's try and find it. Is that it? Can't quite see. Nope, it's that? It's a whole different plane. Is it? There it is. The 747. So the Lufthansa 747 heading to Washington, as Tim has said. That is from Frankfurt, I believe. I think. The Qatar cargo Boeing 777 there, you can see. And yeah, so the Qatar Boeing 777 with the FIFA World Cup livery, third in line for departure now, with the first aircraft just touching down now. You can see right there, I think that's the British Airways A320. We'll hold the camera onto these couple of jets whilst we wait for the Qatar jet, of course. That's not the Qatar jet, is it? No, I don't think so. It's on the, yeah, it's the British Airways 787. The Qatar jet, I can just about see the lights in the distance, so it is not far off. Definitely not far off. So the Qatar Boeing 777 arriving from Doha, right there. And yeah, so Adam, never flown on the A380 or 747, but I would love to. I'd pay anything to do so. Especially the 747, considering they're being retired. And so yes, the last aircraft that is bringing us to the end of our live stream at London Heathrow today. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today at London Heathrow Airport. It was fantastic on the scorching day of about 19 degrees of temperature to capture the rushing arrivals and departures. It was great to have you and great to be filming this live show for you all. Thanks to everyone that liked and subscribed to support the channel, and thank you to the 2 new members that we gained. That is Phil Toby and Plane Man. Thanks for joining us in Premium Economy, and we appreciate your support. Obviously, that will be put towards the channel. So once again, we hope you enjoyed this live stream, and we hope to see you during our next one, in which we'll post a community post to let you guys know as to when that will be and where it will be. So it's great having you, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your afternoons. And bye now.